Hi, this is Cheryl Petersen at Healing Science Today. I have a Christian Science Bible lesson for children. The Bible is a book of books. How many books? That depends on the person's preference. Some people read Bibles that contain 5 books. Some people read Bibles that contain 73 books. My choice of Bible has 66 books, an Old Testament and a New Testament. But I read many versions of that Bible. One Bible version has a lot of words that say these, thous, and giveth, curseth, rememberest. Another Bible version speaks in everyday words. Do it like this. It's words I understand. Another Bible version has been shortened. It's called the Children's Bible, and I still read it when I'm a grandma. All these different Bible versions help me get a bigger picture of God, of myself, and of others. Let's look at a story about Joseph. From the Beginner's Bible, Joseph's colorful robe. Joseph was one of Jacob's 12 sons. Jacob loved him more than all the other sons. Oh, my kitty loves Bible lessons. Jacob made Joseph a colorful robe. His brothers were jealous. They wanted nice robes too. And they wanted to be loved as much as Joseph was loved. Joseph had a dream. He told his family, "We were bundling grain from the field. Your bundles of grain bowed down to mine." Then Joseph had another dream. He said, "This time the sun and the moon and 11 stars were bowing down to me." His father asked, "Does this mean our family will bow down to you someday?" The brothers were even more angry. They threw Joseph into a dry well. Along came some traders. The brothers sold Joseph to them as a slave. They lied to their father and said Joseph had been killed by a wild animal, but God was with Joseph. The traders took Joseph to Egypt, a different country. He was thrown into jail, but he did nothing wrong. Joseph trusted God to help him. He made friends with some of the other prisoners. One of the other prisoners had been a wine taster for Pharaoh. Pharaoh was the leader of Egypt. The wine taster said, "Last night I had a dream. I was picking grapes and squeezing them into Pharaoh's cup. Then I put the cup in his hand. What does that mean, Joseph?" Joseph answered, "You will be Pharaoh's wine taster again once you are free. Please don't forget about me. Help me get out of jail too." A few days later, the wine taster's dream came true. He got out of the jail and became Pharaoh's wine taster once again, but he forgot about Joseph. Later on, Pharaoh had 2 strange dreams. In one dream, he saw 7 heavy cows and 7 skinny cows. The skinny cows ate up all the heavy cows. That's the heavy one, that's the skinny one. In another dream, Pharaoh saw 7 healthy plants. Then he saw 7 dried up plants. That's the corn, healthy one and not healthy. The dried up plants got ate up the healthy plants. Pharaoh was confused. Pharaoh's wise men were confused too. Then the wine taster remembered Joseph. He told Pharaoh that Joseph could explain the dreams. With God's help, Joseph told Pharaoh what the dreams meant. For the next 7 years, plenty of food will grow. For 7 years after that, not enough food will grow because there will be no rain. Pharaoh said, Joseph, you're a very wise man. I'll make you ruler over Egypt. For the first 7 years, Joseph was in charge of gathering extra food for the people of Egypt. That way, when hardly any crops grew, there would still be plenty of food to eat. The 7 years had began, and people in other countries also had no food. Even Joseph's family did not have enough to eat. So Joseph's father sent his sons to Egypt to buy some food. When the brothers arrived in Egypt, they went to Joseph and bowed down to him. Remember the dream of bowing corn? They did not know that it was their brother, but Joseph knew. Joseph sold them some food. Then the brothers left to go home. Sometime later, they returned to buy more food, just as Joseph had dreamed. They bowed down to him again. Finally, Joseph told them, "I'm your brother." His brothers were afraid. But Joseph told them, "Don't be afraid. God meant it for good. He had a special plan for me," he said, and they all hugged. Joseph's brothers rushed home. They told their father what had happened. Jacob was so happy to hear that Joseph was alive. The whole family moved to Egypt. While many parents love all their children the same, Joseph's dad didn't. He loved Joseph most. Joseph's was Daddy's favorite. It's sort of the same thing as being the teacher's pet or the best ball player who gets the all-time favorite award. But when someone is treated better than others, it doesn't seem fair. In Joseph's case, his brothers got jealous and angry. The consequences of those feelings were getting rid of Joseph and telling a lie to their dad. Joseph probably had feelings of anger too, but used the energy of those feelings to be brave and helpful to others. Have you ever been angry, but calmed yourself down and finished your work fine? Well, it's possible. But sometimes we don't have enough energy in ourselves. Then we discover that God does and gives us the calmness and patience we need. God is infinite love and loves us all the same. God is truth and moves everyone equally to be patient and truthful and helpful. Remember in the Joseph story, Joseph's brothers did become truthful in the end, and although it took the fear of starvation, the dad at least tried to be fair. He wanted food for the whole family, not just his favorite people. God doesn't have favorites. That's why the idea of respecting everyone equally is found in other books and religions, not just the Bible. For example, the Hindu religion, which started in India. I'll read from this book about Hinduism. For Hindus, Dharma means that they must worship God, work hard, and not hurt other people and animals. They must think of others first and respect their parents, teachers, and elders. The same idea that Joseph followed through on. Sounds familiar. And I found this book, Coat of Many Colors, by Dolly Parton, a woman who is still alive today, lives in the United States, and is a songwriter and singer. Back through the years, I go wandering once again, back to the season of my youth. I recall a box of rags that someone gave us, and how my mama put the rags to use. There were rags of many colors, but every piece was small, and I didn't have a coat, and it was way down in the fall. Mama sewed the rags together. She sewed every stitch with love, and made my coat of many colors that I was so proud of. My coat of many colors that my mama made for me, made only from rags, but I wore it proudly. And though we had no money, I was rich as I could be in my coat of many colors my mama made for me. And as she sewed, she told a story from the Bible she had read about a coat of many colors Joseph wore. And then she said, "Perhaps this coat will bring you good luck and happiness." And I couldn't wait to wear it as she blessed it with a kiss. So, with patches on my breeches and holes in both my shoes and my coat of many colors, I hurried off to school. Just to find the children laughing and making fun of me in my coat of many colors that my mama made for me. And I didn't understand it, for I felt that I was rich, and I told them of the love that Mama sewed in every stitch. And I told them all the story Mama told me as she sewed, and how my coat of many colors was worth more than all their gold. But they didn't understand, and I tried to make them see that one is only poor if they choose to be. And though we had no money, I was rich as I could be in my coat of many colors that Mama made for me. Through life I've remained happy, and good luck is on my side. I have everything that anyone could ever want from life. But nothing is so precious as my Mama's memory, and my coat of many colors that Mama made for me. I could say that Dolly Parton is one of my favorite singers, because having a favorite singer or Bible verse or friend or class in school isn't bad when we show respect for ourselves, others, and all the good that love and truth reveal to us and everyone. Mary Baker Eddy from the 19th century had a favorite Bible verse. It was the first commandment, "You shall have no other gods before me." I'll read from 21st Century Science and Health with Key to the Scriptures, a modern version of Mary Baker Eddy's Science and Health. She wrote about her favorite verse, "You shall have no other gods before God," that the divine principle of the first commandment bases the science of spiritual being, by which we demonstrate health, holiness, and life eternal. One infinite God, good, unites people and nations, constitutes goodwill, ends wars, and fulfills the scriptures, "Love your neighbor as yourself."